Hey everyone, Nikki Sharp here and welcome back to another video with Hello Iris. So today we are talking about self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Have you ever said to yourself, I will not be able to do that. I don't have the resources to do it. I'm never gonna make enough money. No one's gonna like me. I'm gonna fail at this. Why even start? If you've said those to yourself, you are not alone. The thing is that we all go through feelings of self-doubt, of imposter syndrome, and so today I wanted to talk to you about how to overcome them, how to literally smash self-doubt through the window with these 3 simple tips, because I promise after you listen to this and watch it, you're going to feel better. And so the first thing that I want you to recognize here is that you are human. We all have these feelings, no matter how successful you are. One of the most interesting things that I actually heard was being at a Tony Robbins conference, and he was talking about Anthony Hopkins, who is one of the best actors of all time. And Anthony had just come off of winning a Golden Globe, or I believe it was an Academy Award. And he was speaking to Tony and talking about how he didn't really feel like he deserved it. And what an interesting concept, right? The greatest actor of all time, one of them has the same feelings that you and I have. So I want you to remember that having feelings of self-doubt is completely normal. I myself have a very successful career in the health industry. I love what I do. I get to help people with their health, with their fitness, with their life, transforming their thoughts. I also help companies with marketing, and I have these feelings all the time. So it's important to remember that no matter who you are, everyone is going through them. Which is going to lead me to step number 2 here, or tip number 2, which is be careful of who you surround yourself with. Because when you have the right tribe, they will support you, they will nourish you, and they will help you grow your dreams. If you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people, they can be crashing and crushing everything you want to do, either consciously or subconsciously. One thing that's very important to know here is that people do things in a very unconscious manner. And so if someone is putting you down or saying that, that's not a good idea, that might be something that they're going through themselves. They might be saying that to you because they don't actually believe in themselves. And so it's important to, again, realize we're all human, but if you have dreams and goals and you're feeling that you need a little bit of inspiration, surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up. These people are either going to fuel you with self-doubt, or they're going to fuel you with self-confidence. So the choice is yours. And I know it's not always as easy just to cut people out of your life, but start to surround yourself with more and more people of that of which you want to get to. So for example, for many years of my life, I surrounded myself with amazing people. They were great human beings, but none of them were at the level of business that I wanted to go. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not still friends with them, but it means that over the years, I started reaching out to and connecting with people that inspire me on a daily basis. And they are not scared to give me constructive criticism, tell me what I'm doing needs to be adjusted, but they all have one thing in common, and that is that they believe in what I'm doing. So we all have a common set of goals and values, and that is to better ourselves, better the world. And so surround yourself with people who believe in you, believe in your ideas, and more importantly, can lift you up if you're feeling down. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about here is imposter syndrome, because self-doubt is something we all go through. But imposter syndrome, that's when you really start to believe that you don't belong where you are. And I don't know about you, I've definitely faced this throughout my life. I've blogged about it in the past, and it's a really hard thing to deal with because you start to feel so bad about yourself and your life. So raise your hand if you've ever felt like this. And I know that you might be thinking that's silly because you're watching this video at your house, But I want you to get real and honest with yourself by doing this, because honesty with ourselves is the most important thing that we're gonna do in order to make a change. Now, the good news, imposter syndrome is actually really easy to overcome, and I'm gonna teach you how. Did you ever notice that when you start thinking about something, it tends to grow in your mind, right? So if I tell you, don't focus on the color blue, don't focus on the color blue. Whatever you do, do not focus on the color blue. What's the color that you're thinking of right now? It's the same with diets. The moment that we say, I'm gonna go on a diet and I'm not gonna eat those chips and candy and Coca-Cola and alcohol and all the things, what's the very thing that you want? It's the thing that you're focusing on that you're not allowed to have. So the same thing goes for imposter syndrome. When you think about it, it grows. When you think about self-doubt and you constantly are telling yourself, I'm not good enough, or I don't belong here, or I won't be able to do this, or I don't deserve it, you're feeding into the monster that is going to keep you in that cycle. So how do we overcome that? Taking action. That is the number one way to overcome self-doubt or imposter syndrome. And what do I mean by taking action? The more that you focus on not doing the thing that you're scared of doing means that you're going to keep thinking about all of these reasons of why you're not good enough. But if you just take action and do a step, it can be a baby step, but if you just start chipping away at that very thing, you'll start to find that the imposter syndrome goes away. Now, why is this? It is because you are no longer acting like an imposter. And so this is a very key and fundamental piece to this, that when we're getting imposter syndrome and when we're starting to feel those feelings of self-doubt and like, I'm not good enough, I'll never be able to do this, I'll never be able to find a new job or boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it is that we all deal with, when you start to put it into action is when you kick it in the butt so that it is no longer. Now, it might be hard and it might take a little bit of time to get over these feelings, but every single day, I want you to chip away at the very thing that is eating you up. So for example, if you have just been laid off, like one of the 26 million Americans, and I am so sorry if you are going through this right now, or if you are stressed out about money, I mean, my heart is with you. But what I want you to do is, instead of sitting there thinking about, oh my God, I'm never gonna be able to do this, I'm so stressed out, all the things, the monkey mind that goes, I want you to write on paper what it is you're looking for, all right? And it can be simple. It could be, I'm looking for a relationship, I'm looking for a new job, I'm looking to pay my rent on time. And then from there, you're gonna start to write out the action steps that are needed, or any idea of how to make it happen. So if you need to find a new job, what are the things that you need to do in order to find that? Well, maybe update your resume. It could be start searching on LinkedIn or Indeed.com. If you're trying to find a relationship, what are the things you need to do? Well, see who you're hanging out with first and foremost, because are they pumping you up and making you feel good about yourself, or are they giving you, sayings that you'll never find a relationship? Or could it be that you need to update your wardrobe, for example? Are you not feeling confident when you go and meet people? Post-corona, obviously. But you get what I'm saying, in that it's action that will outsmart any imposter syndrome. And trust me when I say baby steps are what it takes, but the more little baby steps you take, you're gonna get towards your goal, and that is going to leave you feeling amazing, because we're not looking for perfection here, we are looking for progress. And the research shows that the more you work towards something, or the progress you put into it, it actually boosts your happiness far, far more than you reaching your goal. I hope that you enjoyed this video today, and I hope that it's going to help you overcome some of that self-doubt that you might be facing. And again, just know, this is human, it's normal, we all go through it, but be sure that you're just focusing on what you can, which is how amazing you are, instead of focusing on the thing that you shouldn't be, right? Such as the blue color or your diet, that you're not allowed to eat all these things. Focus on the good things about your life. Focus on, even for example, go write out all the qualities about yourself that you love. and put these towards a job you're looking for or a relationship. So just a few extra little tidbits there. I can't wait to see you again next week for another video. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. See you again next week.